Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to be going over the high-low momentum pivot scalp strategy. I'll start off by going over which indicators are required, and then we'll go over the actual strategy right after. So for the indicators here, I've made a list. The first indicator that you'll need will be the momentum indicator. The second indicator will be the pivots indicator. Third, you need the high-low indicator. And for the fourth and last indicator, you need the trend meter. With that said, all of these indicators are going to be on default settings. The only different one that you'll be changing will be the trend meter below. So with that said, below here, if you go to settings, the default settings are going to be set to the intraday settings. It'll be at 30, 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour. However, for this specific strategy, you're going to be scalping, so you don't necessarily need the longer time frames here. What you're going to do is you're going to change this to chart, 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 and chart, and this will provide you the trend for this specific time frame. Once you have that set up, you can look over at the requirements and you can start applying the strategy. So for the first requirement, you want to identify a momentum signal. It can be valid or invalid, it doesn't matter. And looking at this right here, we have a sell signal, right? This is a valid sell signal. It's valid because you have a red candle within a red vertical bar. This is going to be a valid buy signal because this is a green candle within a green buy signal. So as you can see right here, since we have a sell signal, we're going to be looking for sells. With that requirement met, we're going to move on to the next requirement. We've identified the momentum signal here. Now you want to draw a zone at the high-low before momentum. So right here, we have a sell signal. So if we're looking for sells, we only care about the highs. If we're looking for buys, we only care about the lows. So with that said, we're looking for a sell here. We're going to go ahead and draw a zone at this high-low. What you'll do here is you'll use the rectangle tool. You'll click on the magnet tool right here, and I'm going to draw a zone on this entire candle from top to the bottom. So from here down to here. And once you have that set up right there, you have the second requirement met. So we have requirement 1, we've identified the momentum signal. Requirement number 2, we've drawn a zone at the high-low. Third, you want to confirm momentum is rejecting off the high-low zone. So looking at this momentum candle right here, you can see that it's pushing away from the zone, right? That's going to be requirement number 3. With those 3 requirements met, we can move on to the fourth requirement, which is to confirm that you're trading in the overall direction of trend and momentum using the pivots and the trend meter. So looking at current price, you can see here that the trend meter is red, indicating that we're in a downtrend. You can see that price is below the pivots, with the pivots angling down, and all pivots below the level 4 pivot, indicating another confirmation that we're in a downtrend. So once you've confirmed those 2 using the pivots and the trend meter, you can assume that we are in a downtrend right here. If you want to take this up to another step, you can also check the other time frames. We typically use a 5-minute and a 10-minute. If you can see the same thing on these time frames here, this is going to confirm that we are in a downtrend. So, if you want to go that far, feel free. If not, you can just use this one here on the specific time frame that you're trading on. But I do recommend that you probably go and look at the other time frames to confirm it, because the more confluences you have, the higher probability of the trade. So going over the requirements again. First requirement, we've identified the momentum signal. Second requirement, we've drawn the zone. Third requirement, we've confirmed that the momentum is rejecting off the zone. Fourth requirement, we've confirmed the overall direction of trend, which is down. And lastly, you can enter on the close of the momentum candle. So with this momentum candle right here, once this candle is closed, you can enter a short position right there. And then you can enter the parameters for TP stop loss, which are set at 100, 300. Once you have that set up right there, you can let the trade run. And you can see eventually it does hit full TP here with little to no drawdown. Let's go forward a little further to see if there's any other entries here that we can probably use for an example. We have a buy signal here, but the overall trend is bearish. So we typically are looking for a sell. Let me look for the next one here. Not there. A few more candles down. Looks like we got one right here. So looking over at the requirements again, first requirement, you want to identify a momentum signal. We have one right here. Second, you want to draw a zone at the high-low before momentum. So this one over here is not the one that matters. This one right here is what matters, because we have a new high prior to this momentum. So what you're going to do here is draw another rectangle right there on that candle. Once you have that set up right there, you look at the third requirement, confirm momentum is rejecting off the zone, which it is right here. Move down to the fourth requirement. You want to confirm your trading in the overall direction of trend and momentum using the pivots and trend meter. Trend meter down here is red. Pivots right here are angling down. All the pivots are below the red pivot right here. So with that said, you have requirements for met as well. And lastly, you can enter on the close of the momentum candle. So with that said, you enter a short position here again. You have your TP stop loss set to 100, 300. Once you have that set up right there, you let the trade run. And you can see right here, price takes a while, but eventually it does shoot straight to TP. So this is a basic breakdown of how to apply this strategy. Let me see if there's an example here for a buy that we can possibly use, for example. So looks like we have two of them right here. We actually have one right here. I'm going to grab the requirements again. So again, right here, we're now looking for a buy since we're looking at these buy signals, and you can see here that price is trending up. So again, right here, you want to identify a momentum signal. We have a buy signal right here. Next, you want to draw a zone at the high low before momentum. So this is the low right here. Draw a huge zone right there. Third, you want to confirm momentum is rejecting off the high low zone, which it is. You can see right here, this candle is pushing away from the zone. Fourth requirement, you want to confirm that you're trading in the overall direction of trend and momentum using the pivots and trend meter. So looking at current price right here, the trend meter is green, price is above the pivots are angling up, and all the pivots are above the level 4 red pivot right here. So with that said, you can move on to the next step, which is to enter on the close of the momentum candle. So you enter a long position right here. Have your TP stop loss set, 100, 300, you let the trade run. Full TP on the next candle. I think we had another example over here as well. So that one hit full TP. And then I think we also have one more right over here. So the reason I wanted to show you this one as well is because this shows you an entry with an invalid momentum candle. So right here, looking at the same thing, identify momentum signal. We have one right here. This is invalid because it's a red candle within a green momentum signal, but it doesn't matter for this specific strategy. So once you have this set up right here and you've identified it, you're going to go ahead and draw a zone at the previous low, which is right here. Once you have that met, you have requirements 1, identify momentum. Requirement 2, we have the zone right here. Requirement 3, you want to confirm momentum is rejecting off the zone. So same with this right here. You can see this candle is pushing away from the zone. Once you have that met, you're going to confirm the trend and momentum using the pivots and trend meter. Right here, the trend meter is green. Price is above the pivots. The pivots are angling up. The red pivot is below here, level 4, below all of the other pivots. So this is going to confirm a strong uptrend. Once you have all those met, you can enter a long position right here on the close of the candle. Same thing, set your TP stop loss, 100, 300. Once you have that set up right there, you let the trade run. And there you go, full TP on the next candle. So there goes a quick basic breakdown of the strategy here. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me. You can message me on Telegram or email me at Shawn@KodiKaiTrades.com. Otherwise, let's move on to the next lesson.